Hey guys, my name is Alan from Hogdive and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how you can make sure that your iPhone is secure. Basically, how to secure your iPhone and how to be protected against the hackers and of course data breaches. So there's a lot of different type of hackers. Like there's a lot of different hackers that want to access different things. And of course, one of those are data breaches. Of course, everything is a data. But like the type of data, like your files, your personal information, your videos, your images, your iCloud, your accounts. How can we make our iPhone more secure? What can be the best things to do? Of course, we're going to hop into our iPhone and I'll see you guys over there. So now that we are on the iPhone, hopefully you can see it properly on your screen. There are some things that we want to talk about. First of all, there are two types of risk on your iPhone or security risk, which is the malware, wherein they put in something into your iPhone, maybe from an application or whatsoever. And from that, they would be able to have access on your files. And with that comes data breaches. So again, malware can put in something into your device. It can do a lot of stuff, not only data breach, but also like corrupt your files or do something bad or terrible with your iPhone. And then the data breach, which means data breaches basically, again, takes information from your personal data, your data, like your photos, videos, images, whatsoever. Now, what are the best practices to avoid getting hacked? Of course, the first things first would be to update your iPhone to the latest version. And to do that, we can head over to settings, go to general, go to software update, and from there, it's going to load up. Actually, right now, I am running on iOS 16 public beta, but it doesn't have to be that latest. It just has to be the latest version of the iPhone wherein they implement a new bug fix or a new security patch or something like that. Just make sure you head over to software update at least once every month just to check if your iPhone has a new software update, because that's one of the best practices, because usually updates does and patch things on your iPhone. Great. Now, the next one would be, of course, when it comes to your accounts. What can you do with your accounts? Of course, this one I won't really be able to show you on my phone, or can I? No, I'm just kidding. But in this one, in this case, of course, you have your accounts. Make sure that they are always with or does come in with a strong password. That's actually very self-explanatory, but that's actually one thing that a lot of people get some mistakes with. They think that random numbers or numbers that they kind of know but kind of randomized in a way and adding a little bit of this and that would make a great password. No, actually, you can use Google to generate your own password, but of course, I won't really um, ask you to do that too. What I would like you to do is make passwords with capital letters, caps lock, and then having random numbers, random capitalization, having signs such as hashtags, exclamation, or something very random in your keyboard. Make it hard. Of course, simpler passwords are easier to hack or get breached on. But if you have a better password, strong one, and a unique one, then that'll be great. Now, let's say your account gets hacked. Your one of your accounts, like let's say your Facebook or your iCloud gets hacked. Now, every single password, if you use the same password over and over with different accounts, of course, they would be trying those accounts too because they already got the password. Now, of course, they'll get it if you use the same one. So again, make sure you keep it unique from every account and you make it hard for whatever account you're doing it. Make sure everything's unique and hard for your password. So that's a trick. A lot of people, that's so self-explanatory, but a lot of people keeps on mistaking the that actual problem. Now, the next one would be, of course, enable two-factor authentication. You probably have heard of it, more of like 2FA on games, online, on your PC, or wherever. Not only on your iPhone, but also in any devices or any accounts. The basic 2FA has a lot of different options. So now if I just hop onto my App Store right here and search for 2FA, sorry, let me go here. Let me search for 2FA. And then this is two-factor authentication. Basically what it does is it increases your iPhone security, your account security, basically allowing your device to be the source, like your iPhone itself or other devices to be the source of the login of your account. Does that make sense? Here, basically, the function adds a second authentication. That's why two-factor authentication. So as you can see, if I just go into my iPhone App Store right now, Apple App Store, we have Authenticator 2FA, we got Google Authenticator, we got 2FA. There's a lot of different 2FA applications. Now, personally, I use Authy and also Authenticator on my other devices. But basically, on this device, of course, I would not be able to show you, but here's a preview of it. This is kind of what I see. Um, Basically, you go into whatever account you want to add a second security on. Maybe your iCloud or maybe your other accounts inside your iPhone. And of course, you want to add the 2FA. So depending, maybe on Google, you go into mostly the settings and you just click enable 2FA. Now, the first initial contact of 2FA would be with your phone number because that's kind of the hardest thing to get hacked on, especially on iPhones. So basically, if you get that and then you allow the software to use your phone number, it will then connect it to the 2FA application that you're using, such as this one. Let's say Twilio Authy. Basically, you have your password, or I mean your account connected to this one, to your phone number, and then it'll send a token every time you want to log into that or use that account. Does that make sense? Like it will require you. Usually it's just email password, right? And then if you use a 2FA application on your iPhone to your account, it will either send the second verification code towards your phone or it'll send it directly to your application, such as this one. It says token 12345 6 for Google, for Facebook, and then you would have to insert that to whatever platform you're trying to log into on your iPhone. So that makes sense. But basically, this token changes for like 15 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute. So it's always changing. Unlike your password, which mostly is long term, this one is very quick, volatile, and it changes all the time. So making more things a lot secured. Next is with app permissions. So of course, us users like to download a lot of different apps, right? Such as this one. I downloaded Sakai PH, I downloaded Office Suite. When I opened these programs the first time, it asked me, do you want to enable this? Do you want to allow your microphone? Do you want to allow things? Now, if you want to go and figure out if you enabled, some access to your phone on some application, you can go actually on your settings app. And then let's say I scroll down here, let's say Gemini. I click it. And then as you can see, it has access to all of my photos right now. Let's go to a different app because different apps allow different things. Instagram. On Instagram, I allow it with my location only while using photos, all photos, microphone, camera, whatsoever. Because I trust Instagram. It is owned by Meta, and a lot of people uses Instagram. Everybody uses Instagram. So who am I not to trust them, right? But if you suddenly download a new program that is up on the App Store, I would say no to that. Make sure that you know what your applications are doing. Such as this one. If I open up Snapseed right now, and if I just pull down the notification center, there's nothing on the top of the screen. Now the thing is, if you're using other applications such as apps that uses your microphone, location, or camera, if you pull down your control center, it'll actually show you, such as this one. It shows the camera, the microphone, and the location. So yeah, that's one of the things to make sure that you are, of course, cautious with the app permissions that you give to the app. But yeah, next one is actually not a lot of people think about. It is avoiding the untrusted networks. So right here, if I go and hop onto my settings right now, again, if I scroll all the way back up, if I go to Wi-Fi, this is our Wi-Fi. It says hidden network with weak security. It's just for the router. But as you can see, there's other networks, especially on a public area. For this one, we have another one, PLDT Home Fiber 5610. I don't want to enter that, especially if it's not locked or it doesn't have a password, doesn't have a security. It's for public. A lot of people can just insert whatever things. They can acquire your phone ID data and even sometimes breach into your phone and get files or get information that you don't want to be sharing to public. So just at all costs, avoid using free smart Wi-Fi or free giga Wi-Fi. It depends on your home or location. Of course, here in the Philippines, there's a lot of public internet, but I advise not to join those. I'd rather have you go and buy a data that will allow you to connect to internet using your own phone, your own iPhone. You can simply just turn on cellular data, but just avoid, please avoid joining public Wi-Fi network. That'll save you so much. Or if you really want to, we can go and head over again to App Store. One of my recommended programs here is called, let me just search VPN here. Some of my recommended programs would be Proton VPN, which is not really up top, but I've used that program. You can actually select programs such as NordVPN, number one trusted, not real number one, but one of the most famous VPN networks that allows you to protect your online identity by literally making a security layer between you and the public network. Now, the thing is, as you can see, it's subscription based, and of course, I don't want to pay for it, but you can do a free trial if you open up the app. Um, but for a year, it costs around 2,900 Philippine pesos. So it costs around 50 US dollars. So that's that. One of my suggestions. Again, use a VPN if you really have to connect into a public network. The next one would of course be secure your iCloud account. Now, kind of like in a computer, you have your main, let's say, brain of your device. The other thing is it's not really the main brain of your device, but more like it basically handles everything your iPhone does within the inside. That makes sense? Here, let me show you. If you go into settings at the start of your iPhone journey, it'll ask you for an account. Doesn't matter when, how you got your iPhone, it will always ask for an account. You either have to register with it, log in with an existing one, or use someone else's. There's no way you can bypass that, not using it, or at least starting up an iPhone from scratch and not having an iCloud account. Of course, you can use an iPhone without an iCloud account after the fact that you have already logged in with it and got into the settings app. Okay, so you must secure your iCloud account. You can use a 2FA that I've mentioned earlier, or just make sure the passwords, of course, it is still an account. So you hold it. Basically, you always want to allow this. So basically, you want to click on your go to the settings app, and then you want to go back to the top and click your image. After pressing your image, you're going to be popped up into the screen. And of course, I would have to scroll down or blur some things out because this is my own device held or account held in my case. And you want to go and click on password and security. As you can see, we are at the password and security right now. As you can see, I do have a trusted phone number. And then I don't have security keys. Those are for newer iPhones and newer devices. You can check more of that in the Apple website, but I don't have one of those. We're not going to get into those. But as you can see, 2FA is on. It is on, and I can get verification codes from only my iPhone devices if I don't want to use 2FA programs. But that's one really cool thing about Apple. They allow you to do that. And then, yeah, that's one of ways that you can secure your iCloud account. And now the next one, making your iPhone more secure, is of course enabling Find My iPhone. But hey, Alan, what does enable Find My iPhone or Find My iPhone has to do or have to do with data breaches and hacking and whatsoever? Well, basically, find your iPhone. Here, let me show you. If I go to settings right now and search for Find My iPhone, as you can see, I would only like to use my location, this device, and of course the Apple Watch that I have, and I want to share the location. Now the thing with this one, actually here, let me show you. There are certain things on your iPhone that needs Find My Location be on or Find My iPhone to be on. If you have ever tried trying to use an external program on your computer to like install something to your iPhone or reformat your iPhone in a way you respring whatsoever, you would have to disable Find My iPhone. Why? Because Find My iPhone is not only to trace your device's location, right? If it's lost or stolen or whatsoever, it also allows things to be remotely erased by you. Let's say I have an access to another iPhone, I have an access to a computer with my iCloud account. I can delete the iPhone's data because this Find My iPhone actually adds a security layer, um, which adds the capability to basically prohibit illegal access to my iPhone. And it's just how it works. It's not just a simple, it's just a location thing. You can just turn it off. No, turning it off basically puts your phone at risk, at danger. So you should always keep it on, enabled, no matter what. Unless you're experimenting with your phone, which is, of course, that's not on me, it's on you that way. But I'm reminding you right now, giving you the warning of make sure you keep it on all the time. Now, what can you do if you've been hacked or you want to avoid more hacking instances in the future? So basically, as times go by, you get the experience if you ever get hacked, which, knock on wood, I hope you do not get hacked, because that would be really bad. That's why I am already pointing out basically the pointers to review for you to avoid getting hacked. But one thing is certain in life, there would be a chance that there's something weird would happen with your accounts or whatsoever. So you would have to always recognize things that are bad and things that are good. It is basically connected to the code think before you click. Because you would have to recognize and what is happening and when to report that suspicious activity. There's a lot of social medias right now on our iPhones, such as Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Gmail, Google accounts, a lot of things. They always tell you that, hey, another device logged into this account. And it shows you exactly the IP. Not some not every time, but sometimes on some platforms, it shows you the IP, it shows you the location, shows you the device, it shows you where did like what application they logged in at with that with your account. And they also show um the version of the device and sometimes even the model number of the device. Now you have to be familiar with your phone. If I go to my settings right now, if I go to general, click about section on top, it'll show my exact device name, it'll show my model number and everything that is in this device. Like it literally comes with research and experience. This video would not be enough to guide you to the next waves of what hacking may be. But it's always going to be in you, within you, to be someone that is cautious with whatever you click online, whatever you download, whatever you permit on your device. You have to know, especially suspicious activities. When there's something wrong with your calendar app, there's a lot of things in there. You might want to check your calendar app right now because that is one of the first signs that you are clicking something bad. A lot of people are discovering on their calendar app that there's things that they never added. Because calendar are so easy to access from websites. If they can just insert like a pre-add calendar something on your calendar app, it'll be added in there once you press something online. And so that's one of the things you want to be cautious about. But basically, I believe that being alert and being someone that sees the indicators of questionable things that are happening on your iPhone can basically allow you to learn more about what is happening on your device, and being extra cautious would not be so bad. Of course, some extra warnings would be extra pop-ups, increased battery intake of your device. Sometimes your phone just gets hot and there are strange programs hopping into your phone. Those are indications that you just got hacked or you got a virus, malware in your phone, and you probably did not listen to this video. But I think that would be it for me. Again, my name is Alan from Hawk Dive. Thanks so much for watching this video. And if you did learn something new, because this is kind of like spread an awareness as well to a lot of people out there that are not being cautious with what they get on their iPhone. Not only on their iPhone, but also on other devices that they have at home. So keep safe on your devices, personal information, data whatsoever. And I will see you guys over at Hawk Dive. Of course, read my accompaniment article here, hawkdive.com. Check out our TikTok, our Twitter, and of course, in this YouTube channel, we have YouTube Shorts, and those give you valuable information or up to date information about things that you must know as well. Anyway, thank you for watching. Again, my name is Alan Avila, and I will see you guys in the next Hawks Dive. Hawks Dive? The next Hawk Dive video. Goodbye, guys, and have a nice day.